Have you noticed that almost every confidence hack on the internet sounds like stand up straight, speak clearly, or imagine your conversation partner in their underwear? Funny, but it misses the point. People try these, and nothing changes. Because confidence isn't a pose. It's a position. A stance toward yourself and life.
Exactly. I'm tired of hearing cliches too. Confidence isn't a technique, it's the architecture of your inner world. And without a foundation, everything collapses. That foundation is built from action. Real, tangible, repeated action. I've gone through a 5-step system that worked for me. Want to walk through it?
Definitely. Just don't start with believe in yourself.
Never. Step 1 is honesty. Radical honesty with yourself. Every day, ask, where am I pretending, and why? People feel insecure because they are living outside their truth. When you do things that aren't yours, or say things you don't believe, confidence evaporates. I started by writing for 5 minutes a day. What did I do today out of fear? It was painful. But without that, you're building castles on sand.
Doesn't that tear you down? Always digging into yourself.
Not if you observe without judgment. Confidence begins with seeing, not scolding. Step 2 is micro-risks. Do something every day where rejection, criticism, or awkwardness is possible. But the risks must be within your reach. For example, I was afraid of cold calls. So for a month, I called random hotlines and asked odd questions. Not for results, but to prove I could exist beside fear.
I had a challenge: go into coffee shops and ask for something free. It broke my script. Everyone, including me, is used to being agreeable. But here I was, asking. People said no, and I learned to stay. Without shame. Without excuses.
Exactly. Confidence isn't fearlessness. It's the habit of staying alive beside fear. Step 3, reclaiming your body. Not stand tall, but build real connection with your body. I started with conscious breathing. 3 times a day, 2 minutes, just observing my inhale and exhale. Then cold showers. They teach endurance. Not toughness, but staying in discomfort.
I practiced movement without purpose. Dancing, not for social media. Moving spontaneously, not beautifully. It restored the sense, I own my body. It's not for evaluation. That gave me deep grounding.
Step 4, talking to yourself. What you say inside either builds or breaks you. I wrote down 20 phrases I repeat daily. Not as affirmations, but as anchors. Like, I can make mistakes and still be whole. Or, my opinion doesn't need agreement to be valid. It rewires the internal monologue.
I recorded a voice note from my future, confident self. I lowered the tone, made it calmer. And every time I felt anxious, I'd listen. Like a transmission from the future. It helped me stay grounded.
Step 5, supportive environment. Confidence doesn't grow in a desert. You need people who don't fight for attention but create space. I stopped spending time with those who constantly belittle. Not because they're bad, but because I choose growth. We are not heroes, we are ecosystems. You're either nourished or drained by who surrounds you.
That was the hardest part. Realizing some close people weren't allies. But when I began seeking those who live from value, not fear, I became someone else. Confidence is the side effect of safety. Internal and external.
After those 5 steps, honesty, micro-risks, embodiment, inner dialogue, support, comes the consolidation phase. Which means repetition. Confidence doesn't strike like lightning. It's built from hundreds of repetitions.
What about failures? You take a step, get rejected, and insecurity comes back.
I document catastrophes. Every time something went wrong, I wrote what I felt, what actually happened, and what I learned. After 3 months, I read them back and saw nothing terrible really happened. The brain exaggerates threat. That journal became my reality gym.
I do something similar. I keep a courage journal. Every evening, 3 times I chose myself over comfort. Sometimes it's simple, not laughing just to be polite. Or saying, that doesn't work for me. Sometimes, big. But you're right, it's like muscle. Every small motion strengthens your integrity.
You know the most surprising step? Radical honesty and joy. Confident people can want and allow. Not as a reward, but as part of life. I stopped earning rest. Now I allow joy just because. Because it's mine. That returns your right to exist.
Once, I let myself spend a whole Saturday doing nothing productive. Just coffee, clouds, and petting my cat. I noticed anxiety trying to creep in. But I stayed. And realized, confidence isn't what you do. It's what you let yourself be.
When this becomes a system, you stop seeking validation. You just are. You don't roar, prove, or compare. Because your axis is internal. That's confidence.
If I could leave listeners with one thing, it would be, start with observation. Where do you betray yourself to be accepted? Then ask, what's one tiny step I could take today to stay with myself?
And take it. Don't wait for fear to go away. Action builds confidence, not the other way around. You don't become brave by waiting for bravery. You step toward the trembling, and don't disappear. And do it every day. No drama. No ideals. Just truthfully.
Thanks for being with us. Let each day be a training in truth. And truth always gives support. Even when it's scary at first.
Next time we'll explore how fear of rejection shapes behavior, and how to tame it. Until then, walk toward yourself. That's the path to confidence.